Well, undoubtedly, no sport is more uniquely Oklahoman than noodling. So when we had a chance to accompany an experienced noodler on a recent outing, our Andy Barth jumped at the chance.
Well, Rob, I'm here in northeastern Oklahoma on a noodling trip. It's a long-time Oklahoma tradition where you stick your hand in an underwater hole and pull out a catfish. I take you up close and personal to this underwater adventure. For most people, a day on the lake is spent boating or fishing in the traditional sense. But for some Oklahomans, that just isn't wild enough.
Right now we're searching for exits. I just found one. I got a fish under this rock.
Caleb Summers is known as a noodling enthusiast and jumps in the water every chance he gets.
It's not as dangerous as a lot of people make it out to be. It's as dangerous as you make it. The biggest thing you'll hear him say is, I'm not sticking my hand in a hole not knowing what it is. Usually you get a pretty good idea of what's in that hole because you got a tap stick and you're feeling around and you're touching.
And that's enough to convince me to climb in the water and try it myself.
Hold on 1 second.
He's not playing on the peace program this time. I think he's gonna be mad.
And mad she is. When this fish clamps onto my hand, my pride goes out the window as a screech comes out of my mouth.
Full experience right here, Mr. Andy.
Ow! Scared the shit out of me. He bite you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there he is. I found him.
But this catfish has plans of her
Go
own.
ahead and try to get.
Oh, she just came out. Jesus Johnson.
Oh, she just shot out of the hole on us.
She did too. I seen her.
Yeah.
Where is she then?
She's out in the lake. It's all right.
Dear, it scared the crap out of me.
Oh.
Man, that hurt me.
Well, that was our first fish on our first rock that we found, and it was only a 2 or 3 pound blue, maybe a 4 pounder. We can't keep blues, but we can still have fun noodling them. And they're more aggressive than a flathead when it comes to being mean. She bit Andy a few times, and
Drew blood on you.
so she shot out of that hole. But there's some rocks up and down here, and there's still a lot of fish up, and we got a lot of noodling still yet to go.
And noodle we do. We find a 15-pound blue inside a hollowed-out log.
Finger off. All right.
All right. That's a good blue.
Yeah. Heck yeah. That was fun. That's awesome. They're easier when they're bigger, actually, than that little one. Yeah. Well, she ripped me a new one now. I'm glad I have my damn, twisted my finger.
But because she's a blue, I take a quick picture, and then we turn her loose.
Yeah, she'll go back in there. You see her spin around?
Good
That was
job.
cool.
But as the weekend progresses, low water levels prove difficult when finding fish.
I noted a big fish out of this hole last weekend. Now the water levels drop so you can see the cavern.
And try after try after try leaves us waterlogged and empty-handed. But on the last day of the trip, we get lucky.
I think we might have us a flathead.
Seriously?
Yeah, switching sides, try to come in from this side.
And after a quick string, it seems like smooth sailing.
String is strong.
Stronger?
Stronger.
Pull out, see what we got. Keep it in the hole.
Flathead.
Flathead. Put it back in the hole. Why? Go off the hole.
Dang it, I lost her.
Is she off the string?
Yeah. How'd she get off the string?
And at that point, I just know we're done.
There's still a fish in.
There is?
Still got a fish in here.
So with a small audience, we shake it off and get ready for round two.
Ready?
Ah.
There we go.
That's flathead.
What we've been looking for. That's the one I had earlier too.
And with our flathead caught, it's fillet time, summer style.
Like so. You start getting meat all around these eye sockets right up in here. You got your fillets down, and then you got up under your gullet, there's meat up in there, so you can get a lot of meat off of a fish.
And Summer says this is a preference sport.
Some folks, they prefer golfing for a hobby. Some folks prefer outdoor sports like deer hunting, and some folks prefer noodling.
You're pretty.
Andy Barth's from Washington. Come down here and learning these traditional things here in Oklahoma.
I'm hooked, no pun intended.
Now these fish come in all shapes and sizes. The first bite I had at the beginning of the weekend was a small 4-pounder, but these underwater giants can reach up to 80 pounds, making this sport an adrenaline rush.
So are there any rules that what you can and cannot do?
Well, Rob, as I mentioned earlier, the sport here in Oklahoma is a traditional one, and they like to keep that traditional aspect. They've outlawed the use of noodling with barrels and hooks here in Oklahoma, and in some areas, noodling under boat ramps. Additionally, they consider the blue cat a game fish, so if you catch a blue cat, you can take your pictures with it, but then you have to let it go.
Well, you're a brave man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Rob.